lively game of the day. Alexisgirl versus HamSlammich. Andy versus Drake.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another live league game of the day, season 2, episode 1. Here we go, folks. Brand new intro, brand new games. It's gonna be great. So today we are on Naranja. This is a very interesting map. So this one is like double airport with a huge flippin' island in the middle of the map. Now, I remember this map was used several times on like various tournaments on Advanced Wars by Web. I don't remember specifically which tournament it is, but I have seen this map, and there's been a lot of really high level play on this map. But today we have a little bit of a Discord challenge match here. Now, this was played in the live league, or at least in a live setting, so we're gonna use it, folks. We have Alexisgirl, HamSlammich, Andy, Drake. It's gonna be a good one, folks. So let's go ahead and get right into it, folks. Straight to the action today. So on the first few days, folks, you guys and girls know the deal. Standard infantry builds. You got to get the infantry on the field. It is the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advanced Wars by Web is making sure that you utilize your cruiser in this matchup. Now, I think cruisers can be very, very effective on this matchup. It's actually 6 airports, by the way, folks. Even more airports than you possibly could know what to do with. So much air, so much navy. Like, there is like 6 ports on this map. It is ridiculous. Multiple bases here, folks. Mixed base, mixed ports, mixed airports. What even is an airport? I know Alexisgirl does not know what an airport is because she's playing as Andy, and Andy has no flippin' idea what an airport is, folks. Drake, though, he knows what an airport is, but he would prefer not to use it. Mostly because of that reduction in firepower for his air units, you know, getting that -30 debuff to his air units. But all in all, you know, air units, folks. You might as well pump it out if you can. So we can see a little bit of utilization right now from the landers, grabbing that lone mech that's right on that comm tower here. Very nice play right there. Going to be throwing that guy somewhere in the mix here very, very soon. HamSlammich, day 3, busting out those captures, folks, and already utilizing the cruiser to send down towards the enemy airports. So unfortunately, the cruiser cannot directly attack anything that is built on the airports, but what it can do is be a little bit of a deterrent for the purchases of airports. Now, unfortunately, cruisers, you know, they are very, very neat units. Unfortunately, they're a little bit of a niche, and they don't really get a whole lot of use, unfortunately. Now, if cruisers actually had a buff to where you can't really effectively take it out with a battlecopter, I would say cruisers would be much more effective. Unfortunately, battlecopter damage to a cruiser is still very significant, and they just will not stand, unfortunately. Now, one thing that this guy could do is you could go and drop him off on one of these ports and deny that port income if your opponent is going to go and try to capture one of those guys. So that is a possibility for sure. Other than that, I don't really know what else this guy can really be used for, folks. We have a mech drop off at the top of the map. Alexisgirl definitely going to be dropping off the mech on the top of the map as well. And we have good placement for the mech too. We can immediately start capping these 2 properties and or cap the port depending on which way these players are feeling today, folks. They can go either way. Got the early tank build over here from Alexisgirl right in the center of the map. This guy's going to be mega ultra effective. Unfortunately, cannot deny this income cap right away. I'm actually a little bit surprised that Alexisgirl is not going for that capture as well. I feel like that is a super important capture to get. Very contested in the middle here, folks, so I would suggest grabbing those properties as quickly as you can. 100%, folks. All right, so Alexisgirl not going for the 2 neutral properties. She is going to be going for the port instead. perfectly fine. Looks like HamSlammich is doing the exact same move. And moving the infantry down, putting one infantry in range of being interrupted here by Alexisgirl. I do not really see a world where that is a significantly good move to do. Really, all that's going to happen is if you move in to interrupt this, cap continues, infantry and tank move in, you lose infantry next turn. So, yeah, I mean, you would deny income temporarily, but you lose an infantry in the process, right? So you can go up and take the engagement, back it up with recon. I mean, that might be okay, but we can simply have a join cap and an attack on this infantry. This infantry could go over here and attack. This recon might go up and attack the mech. That is also an option, folks. So you never know. You never know what these players are going to do. We do have the battlecopter build over here from Alexisgirl. I do like the battlecopters on this map. Countered by the anti-air right here. Clear line of sight over here as well. I do see a world, though, where Ham goes in and attacks this tank. Now, that could be a possibility for sure. How effective it's going to be, that is another question. I think that's going to be like probably like a 6-7 trade, more or less. Now, we do have a comm tower on this map, so both players do have 110% firepower on all those base land units. This is kind of a curious move going for this capture right here. I guess we're going to follow up with the attack. This will result in the loss of this. However, with the tank moving up, we could potentially move right here, but if Alexisgirl decides to go tank, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tank sits directly on this property and could potentially get a tank strike there. So, a little bit of a curious move. I don't know. We're going to see how this one plays out, though, folks. I'm very curious to see. We do have that tank engagement, 7-6 engagements, like I kind of thought it was going to be. Following up with an infantry hit, not too sure about that one. It is nice that we do the extra damage to the tank, but now we're basically down an infantry over there. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out, because HamSlammich does have that anti-air that we could bring over as well. Gonna bring it over here. I guess this is an okay spot. I'd almost consider bringing it all the way over here and sitting over here with it, just to completely ward away that battlecopter. But we do have line of sight right here, so I guess it's not too bad. If Alexisgirl really wanted to be feisty, she could go in for an attack on this tank, force the anti-air to either not attack or have to base lock in order to attack. That is also a possibility. Would I recommend a move like that? Only for the boldest and the bravest, folks. Only for the boldest and the bravest. Alright, so got the old Caparinos going, got the tank, or got the infantry clear right there. Yep. 100%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, now this is gonna be a dicey situation, folks, because Alexisgirl has busted out the classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web, the flippin' classy medium tank on the field. Now, this is actually a really okay buy. I don't mind this buy at all, because this guy actually completely covers this recon. We could potentially lose the infantry to, I would probably suggest tank strike if we're going to go in and take that engagement. Infantry would just get smacked by the recon, backed up by classy medium tank. Kind of a rough situation there, folks. So tank could take the hit easily enough, and it would be perfectly fine. So maybe that's what we're gonna be seeing here for sure. But this classy guy could potentially go up north and deny these two properties as well. HamSlammich definitely gonna have to come up with something crafty in order to deal with this situation, folks. Not sure why this infantry was all the way over here. Worst case scenario is, yeah, you just get blasted by those two infantry. I guess this guy was covering here, but that was an easy clear from those two guys. So a little bit out of position, but hey, it's live, folks. Anything can happen in live. Crazy things can happen in live. I was just playing a live game earlier today where I didn't even realize that there was a third base in the bottom corner of the map. I saw two bases and I was like, build. Completely forgot about the bottom corner of the map. Didn't cap it. Ended up falling behind completely through the game. Standard semi stuff, folks. But you know what? Chalk it up to live league. Sometimes things just don't go your way, but sometimes things do go your way. And right now, HamSlammich is definitely planning some stuff here. Going for a double cap right here, potentially getting a cap right here. Took the engagement against the recon. However, that is going to result in classy attacks, folks. We are going to see some classy engagements here very, very soon. Double infantry hit down south. Pretty devastating hit right there. Now, Alexisgirl has been hasn't really been reinforcing the south very much, but there hasn't really been too much counterplay in the south. Like, we haven't really seen HamSlammich go in for many attacks down south. So all in all, you know, she's been able to just cap those properties no problem. Could have maybe slammed into this tank because this medium tank has 2 targets either way. So I think we probably could have slammed into that and it would have been like fairly safe, but sort of an overextension at the same time. So probably pulling back is a better idea. Boom! Big old flipping 70% damage over here from the Classics unit, and advance was by Webb as the mechs and infantry roll in to get the final cap down south, and the infantry retreat. Gotta retreat those infantry, folks. They are definitely in a critical situation here. Back them up so that they are protected by a tank. Now, we can get at least 1 free shot on an infantry here. Very important when you're fighting against Andy to make sure that you get those units cleared. You don't want Andy to build up units even if they're injured, because hyper upgrade is a thing. Plus 5 HP globally, folks. Gotta watch out for it. It is a devastating ability. One of the best super co-powers in the game, hands down. If Andy had any sort of day-to-day ability, I think he could be a lot higher on the tier list, but lack of day-to-day ability, you know, that tends to happen, folks. Oh, going for a Caparino Rex over here, folks, but right in the face of a classy boy. 14,600 income. Not going to be able to buy anything to counter that classy boy. Unfortunately, even the battlecopters, especially from Drake, are not going to be super effective. Now, take, for instance, we have a little bit of an engagement, right? So let's pretend for a moment that we are Drake. Where the flip is Drake? Where is he? I don't even see him. Where is he? Where could he be? Where is Drake? There he is. Oh my god, we found him. We found a Drake, folks. Now let's pretend that we're also fighting Andy, because we are. Boom. 16 to 23% damage against a classy medium tank. You're probably only going to be, on average, doing like 1 damage to it. You're not going to be doing a whole lot, folks. And Andy, he's just going to heal that up. Just going to absolutely heal it up with the old hyper repair. So we are going triple infantry, folks. This is a triple infantry kind of territory right here, because we are saving up for something big, folks. We are saving up for something big. Now, I hope it's not going to be smelly. Could be smelly, could be soiled, could need a diaper. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out together, folks. It's gonna be good. All right, let's see what happens. Transport copter out of this property in this economy? What? Very curious. Buy. Doubled. What? That's 10k. Double transport copter buy out of those 2 properties. Now, I can see the reason why we would think to do that. And I'm pretty sure the reason why is because there's an infantry right here that could be dropped off. So what the main idea here is that we are trying to hold on to the properties. But in all reality, we don't need to do that. We could buy 1 battlecopter. He could go and drop off onto this property right here. All we would have to do is just move the battlecopter down and attack. That would, well, 1, it would save you a whole whopping 1k. They're like 2 transport copters? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, folks. This is a tough economy out there, folks. I'm not sure if this is a double transport kind of economy, but you know what? You never know, folks. You never. What is this classy boy doing? Why is he running away? Very odd. This is like a very, very odd situation, folks. I don't know why this classy boy would even consider running away. I mean, we can go up and we can interrupt this income right here. We can interrupt this income right here, right now. HamSlammich, 16,000 income per turn, 5,100 in the bank. He's only going to have a maximum of 2,100 funds. Now, there is a world where potentially he could join units, get 22,000 funds, build a bomber to counter our classy friend over here. But is that actually going to happen? I don't see it happening, folks. I really don't. I really don't. Now, I think one of the reasons is because she's worried about this base right here, but you can simply bring this tank down here, attack this guy, build another tank, and then you're fine. You don't have to worry about anything over there. Drake could go up and slam this tank and this tank into you, and it's not gonna lose you the base. I think we should go up and interrupt that guy. All this is really gonna do is it's gonna allow HamSlammich to get another 1,000 income. That's gonna put him at 17,000 to 15,000. Plus this property over here, which could potentially go through. Now, there is the battlecopter right here, which is primed and ready to go to interrupt this. But if you wanted this property, all you have to do, put a tank here, put an infantry here, put another tank here, boom, you have the property. Now, that definitely is a possibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 HP would have to go here. Infantry would have to go here. Now, I don't really see any other attacks that can happen up there. So, very curious attack indeed. Very curious. And we are going to slam that tank into there. See, if we slam this tank into here, and then we built this tank and went up here and attacked this guy, deny that income, this income gets denied next turn with the old double slap right there, we would have been in a very good position right there. I think we would be in a very good position indeed, yo. But now we're in this position. Double transport copter? I don't even know. I don't know about that one. Alright, so we get the income, 17 to 16, bringing the infantry forward, bringing the tank forward. Bringing the tank forward for that attack is a little curious, but I don't know. We'll see how that one goes. Alexisgirl could potentially lose this comm tower. Actually, she's going to lose that comm tower. Definitely going to lose that comm tower. See, this is why we needed to build a battlecopter. We could have smacked the battlecopter into that guy. I think it would have been okay. Now, unfortunately, for old Alexisgirl, let's just take a look at this. So, Drake's guy is a little bit beefier than the average guy, right? So, you're going to be doing 54 to 62% damage on this hit. You're going to take about 50 to 60% back. So, you lose a copter, but you get a second copter, and you get to be able to take this guy out like no problem right there. Now, it used to be worse. Because, you know, Drake used to have, like, what was it, like 25% defense or something like that? Like 120, 125. Something ridiculous, folks. Something absolutely ridiculous. But doesn't matter, folks. It doesn't matter. Because you know why? Because we got the flipping classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web over here from HamSlammich. The classy medium tank has entered the battlefield in the southern position. What is going to happen here, folks? I don't know. I have no idea, but it's going to be classy, whatever it is. All right. Get the interrupt. Ooh, attacking the anti-air. Okay. Very nice. Following it up with another attack. So this could go and slam into this after using a tsunami or a typhoon. I think it's going to do like quite a bit of damage, but it's not going to do enough damage to ward off the hyper upgrade. So I don't know if I would suggest doing that hit for sure. Building another battlecopter infantry from the center, and we are good to go here, folks. We are absolutely good to go. We are cooking with fire. All right, let's check out what we got going on here now. Ooh, we are going to be sniping the heck out of that comm tower, folks. We are going to be taking it, acquiring it for generations to come. We're going to get some generational wealth over here. All right, HamSlammich actually doing a very nice move here. So You can see here, he went for the attack on the infantry that was at 1 HP. Very smart move. Now, if you attack the other infantry, hyper upgrade is most likely going to be coming next turn. So you're going to have a bad time with that one, folks, because those infantry are just going to heal up and they are going to come and slam right in your face. Now, unfortunately, like I said, moving up with the anti-air right here, attacking into the copter, that copter is also going to be healed up to 5 next turn. So might not be next turn, but it's going to be very, very soon. And you just lose the anti-air, unfortunately. But, you know, HamSlammich did bust out a secondary anti-air down here. So I still have no idea who's gonna actually, or who's more in a winning position right now in this map. I would say HamSlammich probably in a better spot, considering he's about to get this comm tower and he has an income advantage, 19,000 to 16,000. Things are looking pretty good over there, folks. And we just sniped out an anti-air, doing the old double attack on 2 infantry, taking them both down to 5, and getting a flippin' huge attack on this tank, which is just sitting there down on the city trying to prevent the capture. But there is no preventing that capture, folks. That capture is going to be going through no matter what. Alright, so HamSlammich in the driver's seat, folks. We are going to be destroying another infantry, bringing a few more infantry forward, blocking off the battlecopter. Not really sure what that's going to do, but it is blocked. Another classy flippin' medium tank on the field, folks. Let's flippin' go. This is what I'm talking about. This is what Advanced Wars is all about. Classy medium tanks. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, 23 units to 22 units. Day 12, 19 to 16, 108.2 to 112.5. Whoa. This is a very close match right now, folks, as we lose another tank to a battlecopter. Uncontested battlecopter over here. This guy is nowhere close to being able to hit that. 1 square, that's too much. That is way too far, folks. Now we get a full surround, or almost a full surround, but enough of a surround that this should go through. The only way that this doesn't go through is if we attack with infantry, then move in with anti-air. But if we move in with anti-air, we got a tank right here, but we could move in with classy medium tank and do the old double. I think we could move in with classy medium tank and it might be okay as long as we save the anti-air. If we keep the anti-air in a safe location away from this tank, we could potentially move in for that attack and it might be okay. But it's iffy. It's iffy, especially considering that Alexis has another classy boy that's going to be healed up very close to full. Copter moving down to attack this guy. Now this guy's been very good at denying this income, so props to the lander over here, folks. Definitely doing a good job, but I think we need to just destroy these infantry. Like, this guy could at least destroy 1 infantry. Surely we can destroy 1 infantry. I think we need to... Okay, so yeah, attacking this is fine, but this classy boy can be so much more effective down here, because like I said, if those medium tanks move in, well, those medium tanks won't be able to move into this corner if this guy's right here, because that'll be 2 battlecopters plus a medium tank hit over here, and that would completely decimate those medium tanks. Like, they would be out of commission at that point. HamSlammich gonna be acquiring that comm tower, attacking before capping the comm tower like a true gamer. This is what it's all about, folks. Are we just gonna allow that income? Alright, we're just gonna allow the income. We're not even gonna go in for the attack. Honestly, losing the income right there is not really that big of a deal, considering that it's still gonna be 18 to 17. HamSlammich still ahead, plus has a comm tower. Things are crazy, folks. Things are absolutely bonkers up in here. Absolutely bonkers. Alrighty. So the other thing about this position over here when it comes to these airports is you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 You have 6 movement onto this area right here, so you could potentially build a battlecopter and move it over here. But, I mean, obviously anti-airs are in the way, but you do have that sort of reinforcement line right there, which I do appreciate for sure. I wouldn't really bother wasting the income to heal that guy, especially when you have hyper upgrade like in the bag. That's pretty much just wasting a little bit of income. Now, it's not necessarily a bad idea for sure, but oh, a soiled abomination. Alexisgirl busting out the soiled abomination. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. This was a classy battlefield. Now it is less classy. Alright, so this is your standard Andy versus Drake scenario here, folks, where Drake does not want to pop the co-power. Andy does not want to pop the co-power. It's a standstill. Definitely a standstill of sorts. Now, Alexisgirl has 26 units, so definitely ahead in units. 25 units now, folks. Maybe that number is going to be going down here pretty soon. Drake pops the Typhoon, the super co-power, with 26,700 funds in the bank. This could be a very, very interesting situation right here, folks, especially due to the fact that Alexisgirl put the classy medium tank on a city, has a neo tank, has a tank, infantry. All those things are going to be sapping the heck out of her funds, folks. I could probably see a world where she maybe has 11k. 12, 11k. That's all she's going to be working with this turn. Maybe even 10k. I don't know. Let's see what happens here, folks. Going in for the attacks here, folks. We have a tank down to 1. We have an infantry clear. We have another attack on an infantry. Joint cap up to 8. 15 points to go on that property up in the north. And the classy boys are rolling in, folks. Busting out a soiled abomination. Oh my god, things are stinky over here, folks. Absolutely treacherous stench over here from this little corner over here. The bottom part of this map is incredibly stenchful, unfortunately, but Advanced Wars by Web is occasionally a smelly game, folks. Smelly game with sweaty keyboards. That is what it's all about. Okay, so we have to figure out a way that we can destroy this anti-air. If we can destroy this anti-air, we are going to be in a nice flippin' little situation down here, because we, and by we, I mean Alexis, will be able to obliterate this medium tank with some nice placed copter strikes. Yes. And this medium tank is safe because rain. Rain, folks. That's what it's all about. Rain. Alright, get a nice clear right there. Get another clear. Going up to attack, taking it down to 3. That's not too shabby. It's not too shabby right there. Taking it down to 3. Copter striking down the anti-air, just like it was foretold in the scriptures long ago, folks. The anti-air is gone to a copter strike. What an absolute menace. I forgot to see how much funds Alexisgirl was working with here. 6,000. Is that right? $5,000. 5,000. That can't be right. Is that right? Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, remember that time when I said she was probably gonna have like 12,000? Yeah. That's not true. Forced another transport copter by. Oh my god. Like, that was an absolutely devastating Typhoon right there, folks. Did you see the income that flippin' Typhoon sucked out of Andy right there? Oh my god, like a whirlpool. There goes all your funds, folks. Alright. So we do have a little bit of a tank clear up north. Tank moving right in the face of this classy medium tank right here. Blocking it off. Infantry going in to attack the transport copter. Now, unfortunately, this situation right here where you got these transport copters, this is going to eat away at your income, because this infantry is going to be able to forever attack this. you're gonna lose, like, what are you gonna lose? Like 1,000 funds every single turn? Whoa. Whoa, that's gonna be bad, folks. It is gonna be bad, losing like 1,000 funds every single turn. Yeah, that's gonna cost her. That's gonna cost her quite a bit here, folks. 16,500 funds this turn. But we do have a 9 HP transfer copter, so you know what? Things are looking up. I very much would consider getting a flippin' battlecopter out of one of these properties right here, folks. I think it is like fairly essential at this moment to get one so that we can, well, one, we can get rid of this guy, and then we don't have to like worry about this guy. Like, just get him out of here. Get out of here. Drink. Leave me alone. Ooh, we got a classy engagement over here. Taking that guy all the way down to 4. Following up with a copter. Take him down to 2. And we get the classy boy clear. Very unfortunate for HamSlammich losing that classy boy. But maybe it's not so bad. But it is bad. It is bad. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to lie. You guys and girls, it is kind of bad losing the classy boy. Losing 2 classy boys is a little bit worse than losing 1 classy boy. That overall value is down to 90,000 to Andy's 122.5 thousand, folks. Uh-oh. Now, this could... It's kind of a sticky situation, folks. Okay, if I was Alexis, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I am probably going to be base skipping the flippin' heck out of this turn, building another classy medium tank right here, because that will guarantee you the victory in the center. Like 1,000% would guarantee the victory in the center. There is nothing that can stop another classy medium tank. Like, we have 1 anti-air strike. Neil could attack over here, but then you just smack it with a classy boy, more copters. You're gonna smother with copters, and you can even bring this classy, or this, I almost called it classy. Sorry, excuse me. You can bring this stenchful soiled abomination over here to either go into the mid, or you could just attack this base. Like, you would have to buy a Neo tank out of that base, or a classy medium tank, to deal with that. Like, that's the only thing that you could possibly do. But she goes for the tank. So now, this guy could potentially go in for an attack here. Might result in a couple copter hits, but could go in. Could go in, could take the shot. I don't know if HamSlammich is the kind of guy that goes in and takes those kind of shots, but he might be. He might be. You never know. See? He is. Now, if we had built the flipping classy medium tank, we wouldn't have to deal with this, folks. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. If we had the classy boy, he wouldn't have gone to do that. Busting out the tsunami, the 1 damage globally. Oh my lord, we could potentially go in right here and eliminate this classy boy with the old infantry strike. That is a possibility. I am very, very afraid of all these battlecopters here, though, folks. But 16 fuel, 14 fuel, 6 fuel, they're not going to be around for too much longer. They are going to fall very, very soon, folks. And that's just a fuel drain. Don't get the classy clear. The infantry tried to go in. He tried to do it, but was unsuccessful, unfortunately. Busts out the soiled abomination. Had just enough money to do so, folks. Just enough. So, Andy, are we going to pop the hyper repair? Why? Okay, we're going to pop the hyper upgrade. This is okay. There, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Hyper upgrade from the Anster. Yeah. And we took out that Soiled Abomination using nothing but pure tactics, folks. What an absolute tactical masterpiece of that was. Alright, good job, Alexisgirl. Very, very well played indeed. How much fuel does this cruiser have left? 14. Definitely going to be needing a refuel on that. Now, this black boat, we could go up and, you know, maybe snipe the comm tower. That is definitely a possibility. I would consider, maybe highly considering that to be something that we should probably do. No more of this 2-tower Drake up in here, folks. Let's get Andy some firepower. Okay, 23 units to 13 units. This is looking heavily in Alexisgirl's favor at the moment. But like I said, folks, we have a very dangerous situation on we have a very dangerous situation on our hands where we are about to lose a battlecopter and potentially might lose another battlecopter and might potentially lose another battlecopter, all to fuel drain. So definitely got to get some fuel on those guys very, very soon. Now, I think this one's just gonna explode because I'm pretty sure they use like 3 to 5 fuel like every single day or something. Yeah. HamSlammich taking a pretty thorough stenchy engagement down south. Did quite a bit of damage. Quite a bit of damage to this old Soiled Abomination right there. Definitely a nice engagement. Lost a copter to fuel drain. Like I said, unfortunate. Taking the copter engagements. Ooh. I think we needed to heal this one because I think this one's the one that's gonna explode. Let's keep an eye on that next turn, folks. I have a sneaky suspicion like that copter is probably going to explode. I think we skipped the turn here. Let's continue on. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 5 fuel. I could be wrong, but I think it's 5 fuel. Okay, let's see how much fuel it actually is next turn. Okay, Hammy denying or just sucking that income out of Alexisgirl once again with those transport copter strikes. Alexisgirl going for a double flip in the center of the map, but has been denied at least one of those properties. HamSlammich busts out the classy medium tank down south. 2 fuel, okay. So we used 2 fuel. For some reason I thought it was more, but either way, that's okay. So we get to save this guy, so he's saved. Save for another day. Definitely get the refuel on that copter though. Lexus, don't forget. Do not forget about that copter. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Live play, folks. We don't forget about our copters in live play. Another classy boat. This is like one solidly classy match. HamSlammich, though, once again, is down to 13 units. So definitely suffering in unit count. Is going to be able to bust out quite a few units every single turn here, like triple units. So we are going to be able to get a little bit of, like, you know, the unit production going. So it might not matter too much, but it really just depends on who's going to win these, like, little proxy battles here. Because, I mean, if Alexis goes and misplays, like, a Neo tank or a medium tank at this moment, then it could actually lead to HamSlammich getting an advantage right there. But these copters are very, very threatening. And this Neo, once it heals up to 9, it's going to be a counter to this one right here. Classy boy counters each other. It's interesting. It's interesting, though. Very interesting, folks. This copter is probably going to go slam right into this guy, I think. I think that's going to happen. I can see it happening, at least. I wonder if it is going to happen. What a match, folks. Day 19 already. Holy moly. This is actually What a dynamic matchup. Yeah, Battlecopter slams right into that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Oh boy. Now if HamSlammich flips one of these airports, or both of these airports, yeah, that is going to be one devastating little situation right there, folks. Getting an airport flip, oh my god. Alexisgirl drops directly on to the airport island as well. Are we gonna have a total airport flip over here? Very likely. Oh, not yet, folks, not yet. Another 10k dropped into transport copters. Like, what an absolute menace. An absolute menace on the move right there. 28-17. Oh my god, HamSlammich busts out a fighter. He busted out a fighter, folks. Okay, that airport is safe, but at the cost of 20k, not going to be able to buy any more units, folks. Tsunami, 1 damage globally. All right, we are going to get one of those airports for sure. I can't believe that we would base skip to that extent to get out a fighter, though. I mean, I can definitely see why, because if we don't, then that property definitely falls. But the fighter just sitting there, at least that's going to have to make Alexisgirl build a fighter of her own in order to steal that property. And that's a lot of investment, folks. That is definitely a lot of investment. Losing the battlecopter right there. Stinky Neo tank followed by classy medium tank up north. APC action-packed combat coming up north now, and then we have a full shift of the battlecopters. They are all primed and ready to go to just start snagging properties, folks. Absolutely snagging properties up here. Now, it seems like Alexisgirl has a lot of units, right? But the one thing that you have to understand when it comes to this matchup is she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8. She has 8 units down here that are actually not really doing anything. So I would probably consider this number more like 18. I mean, it's nice having the units, but if they're not really going to do anything, then the unit count doesn't matter too much. Now, one thing we could do is we could join them together for a little bit of extra money, but, you know, is what it is. Is what it is, folks. But now, Ham going in for the flip down south, busts out a second infantry on the airport island, taking a copter to neo tank engagement. That entire front right there is gonna fall very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. And she pops the hyper upgrade once again, folks. +5 heals. And is going for the comm tower. Like, this match is absolutely wild. 3 copters takes out the classy medium tank sitting on a shoal. He was trying to enjoy a nice beach vacation. Unfortunately, some pesky battlecopters came out and just started blasting away. There's practically nothing left of that beach at this moment, folks. All 3 of the units up north, or was it 3 or 4? Either way, they're all gone. All those units are gone, folks. Ham is not giving up, though. Like, absolute legend. Absolutely. Not giving up. Another 20k income in the bank. Are we going to see another fighter? There is a world where there's another fighter. Alright, no, we build the battlecopter. Smart. Now that all the battlecopters have run away, boom, bust out the battlecopter. Not really going to stop Alexisgirl from building a battlecopter of her own to counter that. But, temporarily, this is what we got. This fighter is coming in clutch, though, folks. Absolutely clutch. Oh my god. And the battlecopter is just rolling. She busts out a fighter. We even got... This is such a wild match. We have fighters. We, like, literally have everything. Like, the only thing that we're missing is some bombers and, like, a battleship. Bombers and battleship. That's like literally the only thing we're missing. Alright. And Ham busts out another fighter. Another fighter, folks. Another fighter. My god. But 20k to 16 now. That's a lot of income. That is a lot of income. Alexis gets the comm tower. So now we're at least even firepower. Take the engagement against the fighter all the way down to 4. Gonna get healed up to 6 next turn. HamSlammich will probably have the co-power by that point. And we are finally going to get a flip up north. Okay, this is not going to fall. Once we get the classy medium tank right here, this is not going to fall. We can definitely get that capture. The only thing that's going to stop this is a bomber. If we get a bomber over here, then that will definitely stop the classy medium tank, but that's literally the only unit that we have to worry about. We're going to be able to get those flips. Alexisgirl will get those flips. Income will probably go back to, I'm going to say, is going to average out to like, it might go back to 1818. That is a possibility, but I don't know. I don't know why Alexis is being so passive with these units. Like, I would definitely just start crashing these units in over here, like 200%. Just go over and take the engagements. Just take them. Go smack them up a little bit. You don't gotta run away. Just go up and smack them. Smack them good. 21-15 though, that is a very dangerous, super ultra mega dangerous situation, folks. That is a lot of income difference. That's, what is that, like 6k? That's triple tank territory. That's like 2 battlecopters infantry territory. That's classy boy territory. Could potentially get stinky. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. Definitely a possibility. Oh, double clear right there. Blocks the airport. Going up to deny the capture in the center. And now the Neo moves up. Okay, this guy's safe. I was thinking if this guy could get a strike on this guy, we could get the old double and then the old plopperoonie right there. That could have blocked the base, but we don't have to worry about that. Oh, Alexis, build the anti-air down south. What are we doing? I mean, the copter is great, but we need an anti-air down south because we have to take out this fighter. Like, if we don't take out that fighter, yeah, the copter just dies anyways. Yeah, gotta get the anti-airs on the field. Number 2 priority in advances by web is get yourself some flipping anti-airs. Oh, they're so good. Gotta get the anti-airs. Respect the anti-airs. Pops a typhoon. 2 damage globally. Oh my god. Day 26. Is Alexisgirl gonna pop the hyper repair to heal that global damage? And definitely see a world where that happens, folks. Hyper repair has been popped. Clone Andy confirmed. Clone Andy for advanced words by web. Let's do it. Let's get him out there, folks. Okay, bringing the medium forward to get struck by another medium. Okay, this Neo tank needs to go somewhere where it can back up this medium tank, like right now. Right now. Let's see where it goes. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough. Not enough movement, unfortunately, folks. Day 26 now. What an absolutely long match. Day 26. Fighter just attacking freely wherever it needs to attack, wherever it wants to go. Got another tank hit, and we are getting more flips. More flips for the Sandwich Man as the medium tanks take their engagements and the transport copters drop off, folks. I would say day 27 having a 6k lead with another flip coming. Pretty rough waters, folks. Definitely pretty rough waters. Do we have 2 attacks here? Yeah, we do have 2 attacks. So this guy is not gonna go through. We can get an interrupt here, and we can get an interrupt here. That will be pretty painful to the classy boy with this stinky little thing right there, but definitely get the interrupts here, folks. I don't know if there's just enough income to flip, though, for Alexis. Like, she would have to get, like, 2 more flips. I guess there are 2 properties up north. There are 2 properties up north. With 3 days left. Ooh. I don't know. Yeah, gotta go for the interrupt. We can't lose the properties now. Going for another flip. Oh, you know what? If she puts fighter right here, or if Ham puts fighter right here, that maybe could deny that that little thing. It might be possible. I don't know. That's good. I have no idea how this is gonna end, folks. I have no idea. Alright, so unfortunately, I went too far ahead, folks. As you guys can see, this goes on for a few more days. Alright, get that little attack right there. Not going to block the tile. I guess that's fine. This will get flipped, but I mean, he's already ahead, so day 28. We need to start caps, like, oh, that's one. That's one. If she can get 1 more cap, if Alexisgirl can figure out a way to get 1 more cap, she can even this game. She can level the playing field here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have maybe moved that here. Moved it here. Copter could still loop around. It's doomed. It's doomed regardless, so it doesn't really matter where we put it. But if we do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we move this right here. If we moved it right there. Oh, I don't know. Did we have enough movement to actually get there? We had enough movement to get there. Oh boy. Could have put it right there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copter plus tank probably clears medium tank anyways, so I think that's just a doomed situation in general. Although if Ham doesn't, oh no, Ham's just gonna use the co-power. If he uses the co-power, that would deny the potential of capping this as well from this infantry. So yeah, I think this one is definitely over at this point. This has been a well-fought battle from both sides indeed. Probably one of the most back-and-forth games I've seen in Advanced Wars by Web in quite some time. But as we can see here, the HamSlammich is the winner here today. Alexisgirl, unfortunately, was unable to stand up to the tsunami, folks. Sweeps the fields of Advanced Wars by Web clean. What a match. What a great way to come back to Live League Game of the Day Season 2. Hopefully you all enjoyed that one. If you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.